Send me a voice note. Call me a hot pussycat. I wouldn't mind it.
3, 2, 1. Slut check, baby, slut check. Slut check, baby, slut check.
Okay, Coco.
Cinnamon, what's up?
This comes up at least like once a month. You are going to be like, oh my God, not this again.
Okay, let's do it.
I've said this so many times, but it is so relevant for today's episode. It is ridiculously relevant.
I think I know what you're about to talk about.
Oh,
and
no.
I need to preface this with, I'm pretty sure I've heard you talk about this multiple times and I never say anything, mostly because I don't actually know. I never heard this before.
You know what it is.
I know what it is.
Okay.
But because I've heard you talk about it, but like prior to you, I don't think I ever heard this.
You never. Okay, I just got to say it at this point.
Okay.
In the 2000s, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me the story here.
Yeah. There was a rumor going around that just spread like wildfire on the internet. The internet wasn't as, what is the word, centralized as it is today back then, right? So the internet was a lot more spread out. Somehow the rumor spread like wildfire that Marilyn Manson... He's already laughing.
I knew it. I
always bring this up. The rumors that Marilyn Manson removed his ribs to suck his own dick. That's it. And I don't know why it keeps coming up, but I mention it at least like once a month. It's that time of the month.
Yeah, I had never.
Time of the month, Coco.
Apparently, it's that time of the month. I had never heard this rumor before. So prior to you.
Yeah, that's surprising. Well, I guess it makes sense because I grew up with older siblings that showed me things that I probably would have never seen. So yeah, there's that. Kitty, no laptop. No laptop.
But yeah, this was not a rumor that I had previously heard. So
well, I'm sure a lot of our listeners would also,
Well, someone else actually brought it up recently.
No way.
Yeah. I don't think they've been on the podcast yet, but I think they have chosen the name Time for themselves. You know who I'm talking about.
It's about damn time.
It's about damn time. But yeah, Time may or may
if
not.
You're listening, we love you for that.
Yeah. I want to say it was Time that made a reference to it. I know Tobacco's made a reference to it. Mm-hmm. I know maybe I think you and Sage have talked about it.
We're getting really good with these code names.
I know. But yeah.
Because I remember. Yeah, we were all together.
Right.
You, Tobacco, Sage.
And Sage, yeah. And so you guys were all talking about it, and I was like, actually, I think Marshmallow was also there because yeah. And so you guys were all talking about it, and I was like, I have never heard this rumor. I'm just gonna enjoy the banter. So, but yeah, Whoa. After some brief technical difficulties, we're back.
Oh God, I gotta sneeze.
Sneeze.
Oh, that was so unsatisfying.
No, that's disappointing.
I hate when you can't sneeze, like you don't get the sneeze-gasm.
The sneeze-gasm.
Yeah, you're just edging, you're snedging.
We gotta do an edging story. We totally edging? Not even a sneeze edging, just like a general, like different types of edging.
True. Like, Microsoft Edge, it edges you. Because it's so slow.
Oh boy. I do think that Microsoft Edge is getting better.
But like when you Google something, you Google it.
Right, yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Edge? The entire time I'm at work?
Well, okay, but like if you're on Chrome, you're not chroming. You're still...
Like, you could be. It would still be a good verb.
I guess, but I've never once been like, oh, I'm chroming. I'm Firefoxing.
I'm gonna Bing that.
Don't you use Firefox on your phone or something? What's your go-to browser?
The world doesn't need to know that. They don't need to know my technology thumbprint.
What are you using? Safari, Firefox,
I'm
Chrome?
using all the above, baby.
You gotta use that. Who was it?
Brave.
Yeah.
Or Opera, is that one? I use the Onion, baby.
Okay, so I didn't know Opera was a browser until when I was like younger and I had the Nintendo.
The big O.
The big O. Yeah, that was the only big O I knew when I was a kid. I think it was the Wii had the...
It's been out that long?
I'm pretty sure the native browser on that console was Opera based or something like that. So that's where I had initially seen that browser. I've never installed that browser on any of my devices.
It was just on your Wii.
It was just on the Wii. I'm pretty sure.
You gotta take a big O on your Wii. You got a Wii on your big O.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 99 cents.
Anyway, sorry. You're pretty sure what?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Subtle Macklemore reference in there.
Always be sorry.
Macklemore, if you ever want to be on the podcast, love to have you.
Yeah, shout out.
I don't even know who's canceled these days.
Our 2 listeners don't know Macklemore.
I loved Macklemore back in
Give us Macklemore.
The thrift shop days.
Give us Macklemore, Daddy.
Oh God. But yeah, that was the only time that I've actually used the Opera browser. I've tried Brave. I've tried a few different browsers, but I just come back to Chrome. That's just
Chrome just has the best tools and stuff.
Yeah.
And extensions and respect to Firefox though. I like Firefox.
I think so. I've noticed that like Firefox, like at least on my phone, has extensions and Chrome doesn't have extensions. I have Firefox on my phone. I don't use it much, even though I know objectively it's probably going to be better because like all the extensions and everything. I still go back and use Chrome though. But yeah.
Well, I have iOS and under the hood, it's all the same, like Apple WebKit or whatever it's called. That's absolute ass. Yeah. So like you can't really get around that.
Yeah, I'm an Android guy.
But neither of us mind absolute ass that much, right?
No, I don't mind ass that much. Nothing wrong with it.
It's got electrolytes. Ass juice.
Yeah, apparently.
Wait, have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy? That's gotta be on the movie list.
Add it to the list, but I see like clips on like TikTok and stuff from Idiocracy all the time, but I have not actually sat down and watched.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. A dude goes. Okay, let me spoil it for you. Spoiler alert. Skip ahead if you haven't seen this movie. It's great. Go watch it. But there's this.
The movie's probably been out for so long.
Yeah. It's whatever. I always say spoiler alert to things that have been out 20 years, like the fucking Full Metal Alchemist and shit.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Dumbledore dies at some point in Harry Potter.
No! Okay, in Idiocracy, you have to know the scene.
Spoiler alert, Avengers, what was it? Infinity War or Endgame, freaking everyone dies.
Half of everyone dies. Half of everyone dies.
If you haven't watched these movies or read these books or read these comics or whatever, sorry.
Close your app right now.
Close your app, but these have been out for so freaking long. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, can I tell you the scene in Idiocracy that's really important? We might have to split this into 2 episodes.
That's okay.
Let's do it. Okay, the scene in Idiocracy. Okay, let me set the context.
Okay,
we love context.
We love context on this on this show. We love context.
Just a crumb of context. Okay, the context is this dude gets like I can't remember this like cryogenically frozen or whatever. Anyways, he gets in a time capsule.
I know he wakes up. Everyone's super dumb.
Everyone's super dumb. It's in the future. Like natural selection made it so that all the dumb people reproduced, the smart people didn't. So there's only dumb people left on the planet. And like toward the end of the movie, after all this plot and shit that happens, they see a Starbucks and he's like, oh, thank God, like something, I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
I just want a Frappuccino. So he goes in and orders a Frappuccino. He comes running out. He's like, what the fuck? I asked for a Frappuccino. They try to give him a hand job. So Starbucks in the future turns into a brothel.
Apparently. Is Idiocracy the one where they got a bunch of like they were like, what's such an ugly shoe that it will never become popular? They got Crocs for the shoe, but then like
there's fucking Croc charms and shit. Yeah. Art imitates life, imitates art.
I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, the Croc charms are kind of cool. I didn't realize this was a thing. I like saw like some of my like younger cousins, nieces, nephews, whatever. Like I see charms on their shoes and their moms are explaining to me, oh yeah, they do this now, and they're like little Mickey Mouse or like Lightning McQueen or whatever.
Cute.
It's cute.
Yeah, I love it.
Who would have thought? This is it's a whole new business.
It's an untapped market. Now it's tapped. That's been tapped.
That's been tapped. But
I tapped that.
Crocs, crazy business model. Who knew this was gonna blow up so big?
Crocs, get your rocks off.
Speaking of blowing up, that's another kink fetish we can explore in a future. Inflation.
Yeah, that would blow up. That episode would blow up. Huge.
Like a balloon.
Huge.
I mean, while we're on the topic of balloons, very completely different non-sexual context. Did you watch the movie Up? I love that movie.
No, but I know everyone dies at the end. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't. Okay, it's been a while since I watched the movie. I don't actually remember what happens in the end. But like that whole like house being lifted up by balloons thing, like I'm sure there's probably like a MythBusters or something about.
You think anybody actually believed it was possible? That a house could be lifted up by the balloons?
Not a house, but like, I just want to know how many balloons it takes per person.
There's a story. You can look it up. There's this guy who strapped himself to a lawn chair, tied a bunch of balloons to it, and brought a BB gun with him. Dude, this happened, I swear to God, this happened in like the 80s or something. We got to look this up after.
Okay, yeah.
But he thought like, oh yeah, I'll just go, like 100 or so feet and float around the neighborhood and it'll be a gag, for everyone to watch. And then he'll just shoot the balloon. Like these were giant like helium balloons, right?
Like weather balloons or just like normal helium
Regular
balloons?
big ass balloons.
Like the stuff you could get the stuff you could get at Party City before it went bankrupt.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Party City.
So he straps himself in. Immediately, it shoots way too fast, too far, and he's like, "I fucked up. Like I miscalculated."
Would a BB gun pop?
Dude was in like the Mile High Club in a fucking lawn chair with balloons and a BB gun. Look this shit up.
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Dude, lawn chair, BB gun, balloons. I swear to God, it'll pop up. And he floats around there for a good like.
Dude, lawn chair, BB gun, balloon.
This is not sexual. I swear to God.
This sounds like the beginning of a badly written porno.
Read that blurb.
Larry Walters flew a lawn chair with helium balloons and a BB gun in 1982. The flight became famous and inspired a movie, musical, and imitators. Dude launched his lawn chair from his backyard.
How long was
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry. I'm excited.
Oh, he's in LA. Attached 42 helium-filled weather balloons. They're weather balloons. To his
they
chair.
weren't regular balloons.
He rose 16,000 feet.
Okay,
that's like 3 miles.
Thin up there.
That's like, dude, that's crazy. 3 miles up. That's insane.
And then he realized he had fucked up.
To descend, he popped balloons with a BB gun. Also dumped water.
At least he was smart enough to like bring the BB gun.
He also dumped water from plastic jugs strapped to the chair. I'm assuming that's to go higher. I don't know. Landed safely after drifting onto power lines and being rescued by the LAPD.
Oh my God, he could have fried.
Aftermath.
He could have been a rotisserie chicken on the power lines.
Google AI generated response is actually pretty cool. It gives me everything I need. Shout out to Google.
Shout out Google.
Shout out Google. Aftermath.
Like Googleese are fucking shout out from the Slut Shack fucking.
I could use a shout out from Google if anything.
Yeah. Can you sponsor us, please, Google?
Larry Walters was charged by the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, for those of you that did not know, for violating controlled airspace and other charges. Received the top prize from the Bonehead Club of Dallas for his adventure, and appeared on the Tonight Show and Late Show with David Letterman. Lawn chair is now on display at the National Air and Space Museum. I kind of want to go see this lawn chair now.
Yeah, it's famous. Think of all the things you could do in that chair.
Is the National Air and Space Museum, is that just like the Smithsonian? Like what? I'm missing something.
No, bro, it's the National Air and Space Museum.
Yeah, it's the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. I was freaking right. Don't
gaslight me.
Don't gaslight me. That's a separate That's a separate fic. That's a separate episode.
Wait, there's the gaslighting fic?
We'll add one. We'll create one. We're in charge here. We'll create a gaslighting one. I think we just
created one.
Yeah.
With this whole thing.
Okay. What are we talking about in today's episode?
What are we reading today? Wait. Oh yeah, I haven't read it yet. Let's pause.
I haven't read it either, but
3, 2, 1, break.
Okay. There's a lot to talk about here.
I'm Cinnamon.
And I'm Coco.
And this is
Slut Shack.
All right, Coco, what are we reading today? You know what it is.
You know what it is. So we are reading Dennis Does Self by Denny Boy 2 from Literatica.
It's a lot of D's. We're about to read about another one.
What I found interesting, can't tell if this was a coincidence or not. Our author is Denny Boy 2, and the main character is Dennis.
So it's a fan fiction of himself.
Is it? I don't know. Maybe. There is a note to the readers. For the note is, for all you macho guys, I'd pass on this one.
And I left the comment that says for femboys only. So if you're not a femboy, close the fucking app. Don't listen.
So, but yeah, I thought that was a good comment there.
That is a good comment. No macho guys allowed.
Before we get into the story,
right?
Just like, did you have fun reading it?
I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, I had fun. I had some giggles. Yeah,
I had some giggles.
Yeah, there's some giggle moments.
So okay, we'll do a basic rundown of the story before we get to
what's the plot?
Yeah, so the plot here is we have our main character Dennis and his wife Jan, and essentially they're having fun in the bedroom. They're
very adventurous.
Very adventurous in the bedroom. And at one point, the wife Jan basically she makes a bet with her husband Dennis that, hey, if in 2 weeks' time, if you can suck your own dick, I will become your sex slave for, I believe, a week. And otherwise, you become my sex slave for a week. And we will get into what happens.
Yeah, so really this whole thing is a bet was made.
A bet was made.
And we shall see who wins the bet.
Yeah. So let's get started.
Yeah. First, it all starts with one night Jan and I were having a great oral time.
A great oral time.
Great oral time. That's me the next time I brush my teeth. I'm going to think of that.
A great oral time.
Brushing your teeth is a great oral time. Cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Is next
you
to
gotta
godliness.
take care of that. You got to take care of that dental hygiene, that oral hygiene.
The great oral time. Yeah.
And during this great oral time, Dennis puts in a description here of her pussy never tasted better as my tongue found those secret folds, clitoris, her sex fluids, and that hot, luscious sex hole.
You know how I am with word choice.
Yeah, so let's
secret
talk about the word choice here. Secret
Why
folds.
are they so secret?
I love your comment there.
There's just too many folds
Top
that
secret.
Top secret. They're just lost in each other. Also, hot, luscious sex hole. Sex hole is one thing, and hot, luscious sex hole is a lot more things.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. At this point, I'm numb.
To the word choices?
To the word choices, yeah. I'm like, fuck it, bring it. More adjectives, the better. Sex as an adjective, why not? Also, they left out one of the M's in coming. He's like, oh, I was already so close to coming, but there's one M, so it's like cumin, just like I said. Remember? Very beginning, I was like, oh, cumin spelled like coming.
It is, but
it really is.
I can forgive the typo, the occasional typo here and there.
The occasional typo is fine. This story has several typos, but it didn't detract.
Yeah, it didn't detract from the story, from the fun.
Yeah,
from the great oral fun that was had.
The great oral time.
The great oral time.
It has so many secret folds among it that you could just uncover the more you read.
Yeah, the more you read.
Anyways.
So then, as we are having this great oral time, we switch into a 69 position, where they come in each other's mouths, and the
what's with the word jism?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Well, we'll get to that in a second. So
sorry, I came too soon.
So you came too soon. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, no shame.
No shame though. No shame. So in this position, our boy Dennis comes in his wife's mouth, and she immediately turns around, and with the spent cum began oozing out of her mouth and dropping into mine. Our lips now locked as we both savored the jism.
What is jism?
I think he's talking about, well,
his jizz.
His jizz.
Jizz orgasm? Is that like a contraction?
I've never heard the term jism before to be used, at least in this context.
Urban Dictionary. Stat.
Urban Dictionary. I guess you'll get there first.
I'll come first. Jism.
A
nutritional liquid which emanates from the end of the male organ after stimulation. Sally drinks jism.
No. You gotta go for definition number 2.
Sally blew the football team and swallowed all of their jism.
Oh, I was talking about definition number 2, not example number 2. A tasty snack.
Ew. So this is a thing. I'm just ignorant.
Yeah. Oh no. You gotta read it. You gotta read sentence number 3 though for jism.
You read it. I don't know. I'm not on your screen. I'm on my own screen.
We were reading the same thing. Sally's skin is so young looking. She must be getting a regular dose of jism in her diet.
So this seems like it has a lot of Wait, when was this story written? Because this post on Urban Dictionary is from 2002.
Oh, we should check when the story was written. Let's see.
Dennis. When did you write this? Or Denny Boy?
Denny Boy.
Denny Boy.
I gotta find the story again, like the original link. It was
oh my god! At the end of this paragraph, it says, "It's like dessert after a scrumptious meal," and you commented, "Sweet tweet."
Sweet tweet.
Because we've been talking a baby voice of my cat.
Because of the cat. I can't find a date for it, but the comments are from like a year ago. So, or over a year ago. Oh, some of these are over 5 years ago. Okay, so maybe this
has been, this piece of literature has been around.
Oh, wow. This one comment is over 17 years ago.
Oh my God. So
over 18 years ago? Okay, yeah.
Denny Boy's been around.
Yeah, Denny Boy's been around. So this is an old...
This must be so when how did you find this? You like Google search and it was one of the first ones that came up. This must be famous in the dick sucking community. Has Marilyn Manson read it? Does he know about this?
Maybe. I don't actually. I plead the fifth on how I found this.
Okay, that's fine. Some things can be secret in the clitoral fold. It's a secret fold.
The secret folds. To be honest, I was just looking through, different sites for stories for for the podcast, and this one I was like, this might be interesting to read on the podcast. That was kind of it. That was it.
Okay, that's fine.
Story from a few hours ago, honestly.
Anyways, he says Foxy wife. He calls his wife Foxy, which I like. Foxy Cleopatra from Austin Powers. We need to watch that movie. I introduced Coco to the first Austin Powers movie.
Yeah, semi recently.
We need to keep watching those because there's more references you don't get.
But I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah. Oh, good. Because there's more to come.
There's more to come.
There's so he tells the origin story, his dick sucking origin story. It was I was on my school's gymnastics team because of my very flexible body. So that's how he got the audacity to do this, is because he was flexible already. It also says I am pretty well hung at 7+ inches. What's the plus for? Like you just didn't bother rounding it, like
just a humble brag,
Yeah. I said why the air of mystery, just leaving it there. So you can imagine, is it 7.99?
No, it's probably 7.01.
Yeah.
And so he said 7+. So,
yeah. Yeah.
No dude is going to be like,
7 minus?
Not 7 minus. I mean, someone might say 7 minus, but no one's going to be like, oh yeah, I have a 7+
Why the math problem?
No one's going to be like 7+ inches of dick and then it's actually like 12 inches, right? They're going to try to round that as close to real as possible.
We see what you're doing, Denny.
It's like when people... I mean, every guy that says he's 6 foot is really the 5'11", and if he says he's 5'11", he's like 5'8" or 5'9", right? That's how this works.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
to all the men out there that actually don't lie about their age, props to you. But
For all of them that just forgot, props to you too.
that forgot that you can lie, or that forgot how tall they are.
Both? I don't know. I'm scared. Anyways, would you like to continue to the next comment you highlighted? The next note you highlighted?
Oh, yeah. So we have Dennis here talking about how flexible he was. But he also talks about how... Oh, he hasn't talked about that yet. But he thought the act of, bending down and sucking his own dick was sickening.
Wasn't it his idea?
No, it was his wife's idea.
Oh, it was. Okay.
But my question is like, okay... I'm just curious, like, if you are sucking your own dick, like from a number,
it's a numbers game, right?
Well, I don't know about a numbers game, but like, is the primary feeling is it that someone is sucking your dick, or is the primary feeling that you are sucking a dick? Like, what is?
I think psychologically, it's just like masturbation, because it's like holding your own hand, like you're holding your own hand.
Yeah, but like, just like nerve endings and just like sensory stuff. Like, it intrigues me.
Mouths and genitals are more sensitive than hands. That's what you're saying? Like, it's different?
Yeah, but which one's more sensitive? Is your mouth more sensitive, and would it feel the feeling of sucking a dick more, or are your genitals more sensitive?
I don't know. I guess that's a good question.
To any of our listeners that have managed to suck their own dick or eat themselves
tell
out.
us how it went.
Tell us how it went.
Did you come?
Did you come? Would you recommend it?
Did it have electrolytes?
What did it feel like? We want to know. We want to hear. So
what did
please
it feel like?
Send us an email at slutshackx@gmail.com. And
maybe we'll read your email.
Yeah, you can also, if you would like, you can leave comments on the podcast. We have enabled that, so please.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
really?
please feel free to comment.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
This is one of those back in the 2000s or 2010s where we're like, comment, subscribe.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh gosh.
Well, his wife wanted to watch. She's a voyeur.
Oh yeah. She's into that.
Also, the writing style is a bit iffy. She keeps saying my husband, like referring to him as husband very cordially. It feels very robotic. I don't know why that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's been a while since I've been in a relationship, and I definitely have not been married. Is this a thing? Do people refer to each other as like husband and wife? Like, is that a thing?
No, they'll say like hubby or whatever, but they don't say, why my husband? That sounds like a cop-out to me. Or husband, you really have my interest. She would just say...
I wonder if the author just didn't want to use the character's name so that if someone was reading it, they wouldn't be like... They'd feel more, I guess, involved in the story.
They probably don't even fucking remember why they made the choices they did. This was like 20 years ago.
Hey, if the author of this story
Yeah, Denny, come forward.
Yeah.
Come forward.
come to us.
Do not come. Oh, I'm gonna come.
But yeah, if the author of this, Denny Boy 2, if you're listening, we want to know.
We want you. We want you to suck your dick.
Yeah, can you suck your dick?
Are you still limber as you once were 20 years ago?
I definitely am not that flexible. I could never. It would be an interesting experiment, but I'm sure I'd just break my back at that point.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so they talk about how the wife wants to watch her husband suck his own dick, and so they place their wager. If you can't perform, you are my sex slave for a week. If you do put your dick where your mouth is, I'll be your slave for a week.
That's a great line with this like whole scenario and context. If you put your dick where your mouth is, like that was hilarious by Denny.
And honestly, that sounds like a win-win situation to me.
Yeah, that's what Denny said.
Yeah, that is what Denny says. And I hadn't read that next line before I put my comments in. But
yeah, if Dennis fails, then he'll be his wife's sex slave, and he likes that anyway, so it's win-win. That's what he says. And then so Denny tells his wife, I'll need about deal. I'll need about 2 weeks to get in shape, as if he's like done this before, like he's trained for this, or it's like a movie where like the personal trainer is like,
I love your comments
I need 2
in there.
months. What?
Your Dick Olympics.
What is this? The Dick Olympics? Yeah, Olymp Dickics.
Olymp Dickics. It's not limp. It's gonna be
erect
and
limber,
hard and full of cum.
Yes. Oh god.
Oh no, hot and full of cum. That's what she says.
Anyways.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, you said quoting this. So
yeah.
I want you hot.
I want you hot and full of cum.
Quoting this.
That. I can't think of a real life scenario where I would actually use the line "I want you hot and full of cum," but that'd be
inflation.
That'd be freaking hilarious to use that
if
just
you
casually.
Inflate them with hot air balloon cum.
If I ever get around to writing inflation smut, I am stealing this line, Danny Boy 2. I'm telling you in advance. I am stealing the "I want you hot and full of cum," and I will use it.
You're directly addressing Denny now. Denny, we need Denny on the pod.
We need Denny on the pod. I am stealing this line. It doesn't matter. It could be inflation smut. It could be regular smut. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll write some tentacle porn or smut or something. That'd be kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, it would.
Actually, we have that on our list of stuff to read.
Tentacle smut.
Because we have gotten interest on tentacle smut.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah. So
about
I think
smut.
it'd be a fun read.
Yeah.
So we'll do it in a future episode. That sounds like
Let's
a great
do
time. I will not have had written said tentacle smut. We'll find something from the interwebs.
Sure.
Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
You never know. Okay, so then
that evening I dressed in Jan's favorite, my skimpy boxer shorts.
Oh, you're skipping his 2 weeks training session?
We already talked about that. The Dick Olympics.
The Dick Olympics for 2 weeks. And
yeah.
Then, to be honest, I haven't. Again, I have not experimented with this. But the first time he tries, he's only 3 inches away from his dick the first time around. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's more than an inch a week of training he needs to do to get closer.
Dude,
to his dick.
I would imagine it for all the guys listening here. I also want to know. Email this to our podcast.
Send us a picture. Just kidding.
Don't send us a picture. Please do not send us a picture.
It was a joke.
But I do want to know, on your first attempt, how close can you get?
Yeah, just in inches. That's all we want to know.
Inches.
We don't want an image. We just want the inches. Or centimeters, if that's your jam.
I am curious to see, does our audience get closer or further than 3 inches on the first go?
Yeah, 3 inches is
hey, for some people that's a lot.
Oh my lord.
Okay, fast forwarding to
I snorted. Fuck, it's over.
Fast forwarding the 2 weeks.
I snorted so loud. Okay, anyway, sorry. My abs hurt now from laughing.
Not from laughing? What have you been doing with your labs?
No, I said from laughing.
Are you prepping 2 weeks for something? Getting in shape?
No, it's because I'm out of shape that this like little fucking slut podcast has my abs hurting. Okay. Pinkish pussy.
No, we're not there yet.
Oh,
we're on.
I thought we were already past skimpy boxer shorts.
No. We're talking about.
We gotta speed this shit up.
No, we're talking about skimpy boxer shorts. Okay,
let's talk about
what are skimpy boxer shorts? What makes these?
Are they the tight one like boxers?
What
or the
makes
loose
boxer
ones,
shorts
right?
skimpy?
Maybe he cut them off like this.
Okay, audience, we need to know.
Slutty little in Reno 901, the New Boot Goofin guy. Do you know New Boot Goofin?
No, I don't.
Bro, look up New Boot Goofin right now. Look it up. It's like 1 minute. One minute video.
Well, I'll watch it.
Watch it later.
Yeah.
But you'll see what I mean by skimpy boxer shorts.
Okay. Are we?
They're not
okay,
really
now
boxers.
we're on to pinkish pussy.
Yeah. Pinkish pussy. He describes his wife. She exposes her just enough of her ample tits and a peek at her pinkish pussy. Ample tits, so they're enough. and pinkish pussy. So it's pinkish. It's not pink all the way. That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean,
it's off pink.
Pussies can be different colors. Yeah. Hers is just not fully pink.
Score 1 for diversity for this story, right? Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Then he says he starts touching her asshole with his finger, and then he moves to her pussy, which I thought was an interesting order. To be more sanitary, wouldn't do the asshole after, but whatever, to each their own. I'm sure some people just are doing it all the time. There's that husband again. She calls him husband again. He calls her he called her a fox, and then he calls it like foxy wife, and now he's saying my hot pussycat. Is that sexy?
Do you? Okay. I mean, I've never been called a hot pussycat before. No, I haven't.
Why not?
If anybody wants to, send me a voice note, call me a hot pussycat, I wouldn't mind it. But how do you feel about being called? If someone called you a hot pussycat, how would you?
I would think of
how would you feel?
Josie and the Pussycats, a movie from the 2000s that got taken away because it was inappropriate.
But how would that make you feel in a sexual moment?
It would make me feel small and want to meow and eat kibble.
So you'd be into it?
No, it would make me feel like a cat. It would make me feel like a literal cat. I need to sneeze. Oh my god.
Do it.
Keep going.
Do it. Oh, yeah, I will.
Oh my god, I lost it. Now I couldn't sneeze-gasm.
That's really edgy.
Yeah, I've been edged twice now.
Oh yes, suck yourself and eat your hot cum, my stud husband. Again, the husband. Why are we?
Let's skip. We have no comments on this section. What even happened? They just are. He slips off his shorts. Blah blah blah. His hard pulsing cock. Blah blah blah. He's like, he gets himself up against the wall, and he quote unquote starts walking his self down the wall.
Yeah, I don't know how the mechanics of this are working.
But he slowly inches closer to his dick.
We're gonna skip to at last my tongue contacted my cock.
Yeah,
that's
at
where
last.
we're skipping to.
At last, moment. So he can touch his tongue to his own dick. That is a feat within itself. He could have just stopped right there.
There was a lot of build up to it, but we got there.
There's a lot of
tongue
build up.
made contact.
There's a lot of build up. There's a lot of pre-cum.
There is a lot of pre-cum.
Pre-cum dropped on his tongue. Okay.
So at first he was like, "Stop, enough. This is sick." But suddenly,
he was also drunk at this point. He was drinking. Yeah, he said he had some wine with her and shit.
Oh,
I don't think he's drunk, but he's probably feeling it. Yeah.
Okay, but suddenly, I succumbed to a latent pent-up desire and uncontrollably continued licking the contours of my cockhead.
The contours of my cockhead.
That's such a poetic way.
Yeah. The contours of my cockhead.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone describe the contours of their cockhead before. Interesting. But then, so that's the whole pent-up desire thing. Interesting. And then,
you also said, what the fuck is this description?
Yeah, because he talks about the spongy and creamy shaft. Totally turned me on. The spongy and creamy
shaft. Oh my god, spongy. It's Scrub Daddy. It's the
oh my god,
the Scrub Daddy-ness.
This is the Scrub Daddy.
Penises are spongy. Sponges are penises. Full circle. Full circle. Stop the podcast. This is the last episode. Yeah,
this is the last episode.
We've done it.
No.
Everything we said
I just don't know how I feel about the spongy and creamy shaft. Am I the only one to all the dudes out there, or anybody who's got a penis? Honestly, it doesn't have to be dudes. How do you feel about your penis being described as spongy and creamy? Let us know.
No comment.
Let us know in the comments or the email. You don't have to leave a comment.
I could feel my volcano about to erupt.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I would just put 3 volcano emojis, and I said, "This makes me want to hike an active volcano."
To which I was like, "That sounds dangerous." So, to die? What is okay?
No, it's a reference to a date I went on, and they told me they hiked an active volcano, but it was safe because it erupts every 15 minutes. It's normal. There's volcanoes in the world you can hike that erupt all the time.
Hawaii has active volcanoes, right? That are constantly spewing Is it lava, magma? I never remember the
Spewing what?
difference.
Oh.
Not jizz. Magma.
Sharks with freaking laser beams. I don't know why everything comes back to Austin Powers lately. I need to stop.
But yeah, I would climb or hike a volcano if I could.
Yeah, let's go hike a volcano.
Let's go find an active volcano.
Okay.
One that's hiking active volcanoes just makes me think of like Journey to the Center of the Earth, where they like go down the volcano and then they're like inside the Earth, like the center of the Earth. And there's dinosaurs.
They're
down
playing with the Earth's hole. They're inside the Earth's
they
hole.
get real deep into the Earth's holes. They go all the way in
and all the way out.
All the way
Hopefully.
in and out.
They
do make it out. So spoilers.
Yeah,
spoilers. They survive. They make it to the center and they come right back out.
There's another sentence. I could not believe how good this mouthful of very fresh jism tasted. Again with the jism.
The jism.
Okay.
Jan too had gone ballistic at the sight of her lover devouring his own cum.
So he's devouring at this point. At first he was unsure. Now he's devouring it. Then she started sucking his cock.
And then he's like,
Then she's like, I can go down on you now. And then with that, I was now between Jan's opened legs, briefly admired her puffy, gooey gash, then lapped up all the remaining female juices. I like how the vaginal opening is described as a gash, like a gaping wound on the crust of the earth, like a fault line. Like
a fault line?
Yeah, with like volcanoes and shit. Like I'm thinking like fault lines.
You're just thinking like tectonic plates.
Yeah, I'm thinking on the earth scale and, planetary scale.
So what would count as like, what's that one trench that's like the deepest?
Mariana Trench?
The Mariana Trench. Is that Earth's vagina? Does that count?
Damn true.
That's a wet gash.
That's a wet gash, baby. That's a deep wet gash.
It's not hot though.
It doesn't have female juices though, unless Mother Earth.
Mother Earth
though. So
all juices, all the ocean
you think
is.
The ocean's got electrolytes.
It's got salt, so yeah.
It's got electrolytes. You have to see Idiocracy. Anyways, okay. So female juices, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, he's like, I won the bet. And so I said, she's a slave.
Wait.
Part
Before
two,
that, though,
where?
he's like, we have a new act to add to our sexual repertoire if my flexible body holds up a little longer. So this is going to be
he needs to continue training. This is a continuous commitment. He has to keep training.
Well, if he keeps doing it, he'll stay in shape. He just got to suck his own dick every day.
He's got to, just practice.
Just practice. Keep practicing.
Keep practicing. Good boy.
Okay. But
Chili
she's a slave,
peppers.
so
she's a slave. There's no part two. Part two where I don't know. What are some of the comments on this? Bad boy.
Some of these comments were
read
funny.
Read them to us, Coco.
Some of these are a little long though, so I might only
just do small funny ones.
Okay.
If there are any. If I even laugh.
Let's see. Some of these are a little sad because like Shorty Mac put in a comment. They're like, always wanted to suck my own cock. Unfortunately, I injured my back.
He's just fucking letting it rip. Just
oh
letting
gosh,
it all out.
this is an intense comment actually. Unfortunately, I injured my back when I was 11. Falling out of the top of a huge old oak tree. Was in a coma for 3 days. When Bran falls from the tower.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not funny. Sorry that happened to you or whatever, but I'm not reading all that. Congratulations or sorry if that happened to you, but I ain't reading all that.
Yeah. The story in the comments after made my cock so hard I had to jerk off. Okay, fair. I'm hard just thinking about tasting my own cum. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, this story hits home. I was able to suck my own dick until I had a surgery a few years ago. Believe me, no one could suck it better.
Oh my God. So it's not a myth.
It's apparently.
People can suck their own dick.
People can suck their own dick.
Wonderful. All right, how many chili peppers for sucking your own dick?
I enjoyed it, not gonna lie.
It was pretty funny. I think we were funnier than the story, but
I think chili pepper score, there was not. apart from the actual sucking of the dick, there's not too much going on. So, chili pepper score. I'll go chili pepper score of 3, and then I thoroughly enjoyed our commentary and the story.
Too.
So I'm gonna go like 4.5 on like stars though.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, 4.5 stars and 3 chili peppers from Coco. What are your scores, Cinnamon?
I'll give 2 chili peppers out of 5, and I will give 4 stars out of 5.
Okay. So that's an average chili pepper score then of 2.5. And then
easy math this time.
Yep, and then
4.2. Sorry, I cut you off. I came too
4.25,
early.
2.4. I hate when you come too early. 4.25 stars for our star score. But yeah, thoroughly entertaining. So please, if you have not already done so, this was Dennis Does Self by Denny Boy 2 from Literotica.com.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Now it's time for some aftercare.